Hello, everyone. This is ALCOSAN's Professional Services Committee meeting. Today is June the 12th, 2025. Could we have the roll call, please, Ms. Prater?
Dr. Shanna Thorpe Gilliam, Emily Kincaid,
Here.
Darren Kelly,
Here as an observer.
Sylvia Wilson.
Here. All right, thank you. Today we have three informational items. Two are requests for qualifications, which will be explained shortly, and then we will also get an updated procurement manual and agreement discussion. All right, Ms. Williams, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Madam Chair, you laid that out quite nicely. We shall begin with the plant drain study overview. Yes, we have drains. Yes, flow drains, and it's captured here from all over. But we drain things too. Director Kennedy, talk about it, please.
Thank you, Arletta. So we are getting ready to issue a request for qualifications for a plant drain study. This study, the scope of work will be entirely on the campus, and it is going to consist of our storm drains, our sanitary drains, and our centrate drains within the plant. There's been a lot of changes, upgrades, different projects, but each drain system has sort of evolved over time, and now we need a study to look at all of it together. Some of the activities of the project will definitely include a review of all of our record drawings to confirm the flow sources, but it's also going to include some flow monitoring to actually determine the flows and some CCTV of some of the older existing infrastructure to verify its condition. And ultimately, the product of the study will be a finished model that we can use to verify capacity of our plant drain system moving forward. We would expect to issue the RFQ in July and then shortlist somewhere around September. So if anybody had any questions about that opportunity or that study, I'd be happy to take them.
If you have any questions, just speak up. All right, hearing
No
none.
questions here.
Okay.
None here either. Thank you.
Go ahead. The next request, is that both, you're covering both of them? Didn't sound
no, I'm
like it.
sorry.
Sounded like you only covered one.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, that's me. I'm new.
That was
All
just
right, next.
first
Go
one.
ahead.
So the next one,
Oh, Tom,
yes.
hold on, Tom. Let's
Okay.
go with the flow. The flow beginning with the board is aware we have a new environmental compliance facility, and resting atop of the ECF is the Communications and Governmental Affairs group. We thought because we had a new building, it would be wise to include a media room and some extra storage space, because what we found prior to moving was you never have enough place to put things. And then Tom came, and Tom decided that the media room space wasn't enough. He decides he wants to expand it into the storage area. So I'm going to be asking board members to take things home, to, just hold on to them until we can find appropriate storage. And now, Tom, you can talk about the media room. Take it away.
Thank you, Arletta. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, the communications department would like to advertise for professional services for a new ALCOSAN media room. The media space requires really specific skills and knowledge to be able to execute that, and it needs to be designed by a firm experienced in that field. So the room would be used to develop a broad range of content podcasts and other media related projects. So we're requesting the opportunity to solicit an RFQ for professional services for the design of that room. And just, for a little bit of background, the goal of the media room is to promote the authority's mission to the community, provide informative updates on all facets of the Clean Water Plan, and enable the development of content to further promote our scholastic and educational outreach initiatives. So that's pretty much it. If anybody has any questions.
I have no questions, but I certainly will move eventually. I'll support this because I don't want to store stuff at my house.
There you go. Good
That
answer.
is, I
like it.
concur. I do not wish to have that stored at my house either. So please, I agree with this plan.
All right.
See, Tom, it's all in how you present it. Look at
I
that.
see that. I like it. You teed it up for me.
Okay, I don't think there's any question about the need for it. All right, we can move on now to the procurement manual.
As noted, this is an update to the procurement manual. We are going to bring this update to the 2015 version to the board for action. Right now, our director of procurement is going to give us a brief summary of what this includes. Suzanne, please.
Thank you, Arletta. So, members of the committee, we have had our procurement manual since 2015. Since it's been 10 years, we thought it was a good time to dust it off, update it, that sort of thing. One thing I'd like to note is, even though the procurement manual is dated in 2015, we've been doing it the same way since as long as I can remember. What we did was we documented what we were already doing, and we explained why, whether it was a Municipal Authorities Act, whatever reason we did it. So we have edited it to reflect some refinements, technology updates, that kind of thing. And we've revised some forms, like the evaluation committees have said, oh, can you put this in an Excel spreadsheet? Can we do it this way? Can we do it that way? It's still performing the duties that are required of it. It's just, things have shuffled around a little bit. So what you will see at the board meeting will be a 3-ring binder with everything, including this presentation that will be, we'll be presenting, but also all of the attachments. So we would need authorization or approval in the July board meeting to give you a month. The second thing we will be doing also is updating our professional services agreement. So we have the professional services agreement, which is the terms and conditions that companies sign up to. The service authorization is the specific project, and it references the terms and conditions of the agreement. So we've updated it, again, technology, specifically insurance, cyber liability insurance mix. So we've just updated it a little bit to make sure that all of the references are still complete, and insurances have changed a little bit. So that will also, we'll present it in June, and we will look for board approval in July. We are just inserting it as tab N, and that'll all be explained into the procurement manual because it is incorporated into the procurement manual. And just so you know, the directors and staff, we've been working on this update for the procurement manual for several months. BAPST has weighed in as well. Everybody's comments are incorporated. And then the agreement, the professional services agreement, we've worked hand in hand with BAPS for a couple of months now, just to make sure it addresses all the concerns that we or somebody else might have.
And I can add that Suzanne and her team have done a great job keeping things together with the whole development and putting the procurement manual together in the first place, and the continuity of it. I just wouldn't be happy with myself if I didn't make note of that.
Thank you, thank you. But in the beginning, when I first came on board, engineering had done a lot of the groundwork as well as some of the board members helped out. So I can't take all the credit, but I will take the credit for everyone who has pitched in, helped out, and just moved this forward.
Well, of course, a lot of people contributed, but you did help to develop, put it together.
Right,
I mean,
right.
there are pieces all over, but you helped to really put it there. So
Thank
thank
you.
you, Suzanne. All right, if there's no other questions or comments on this. All right, not hearing anything, we're just going to move on into our action items. We have two motions. The first is to approve the following short list of firms to conduct on-call construction management services for regional conveyance. And we have three, JMT, WRA, and Dove. Arlette, I'm going to pass it to you to
Yes.
further enlighten us.
Madam Chair, we received, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, I believe we received 15 qual statements. Okay, weeded through 15 statements, have come back with this short list. While it seems fairly straightforward, on-call construction management services to support regional conveyance, not regionalization, regional conveyance, will still have Mike, Director of Regional Conveyance, explain what we are seeking here. Mike, please.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Arletta. Yes, this item is a short list recommendation for on-call construction management. This is typically small construction management procurements, and they're intended to staff our emergency contracts, our annual cleaning contracts, our sewer improvement contracts, and basically small capital projects, and make sure that we have residents, inspectors, and construction managers covering those so that we get what we're paying for from the contractor. We had, as our lady stated, we have 15 firms submit qualification packages. 8 management staff participated in the scoring. We did everything in accordance with the procurement manual and followed that procedure. And based upon the scoring, we recommended that there were 3 firms that were well and above the other firms and have an adequate staffing, rounded team, as well as sufficient experience. So therefore, we recommend that JMT, WRA, and Dell be shortlisted to receive proposals as these small projects come up.
Thank you. Do we have any questions?
No.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said,
You're not coming in clearly.
I did not have
Dr. G.
Dr. G.
Dr. G, can you hear? Dr. G is frozen. Dr. G,
She says she can hear, but she has no questions. She chatted. Okay, could I have a motion and a second, please?
Motion.
Okay, so that means that Dr. G is going to second it. All in favor? Dr. G, you can just raise your hand. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, motion is going to move forward to the full board. Thank you. All right, our second motion is to recommend the award of the regionalized regulator structures to Gannett Fleming and to authorize the executive director to negotiate a fee. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, not to challenge you, but just to make sure we are accurately stated for the record. The short list will not move to the full board. Okay, all right. And
You're correct, you're correct. Thank you. You're right. My mistake.
no
Okay.
problem. For item B, I have a modification. I left some wording out, so it should be motion to recommend award of the assessment of regionalized regulator structures to Gannett Fleming. This is a project that has been quite some time coming, and we're pleased to bring it to the board at this point. Once again, Mike, if you would speak to it.
Thank you, Arletta. Yeah, the regionalization program, one of our 4 pillars of our clean water plan. To date, we have transferred approximately 55 miles of municipal sewer to ALCOSAN. And also we've gotten 19 regulator structures, which are overflow structures. We anticipate an additional 50 of these regulator structures coming to ALCOSAN ownership over the next 2 years. Now, along with these overflow structures come certain consent decree requirements such as hydraulic characterization and discharge monitoring reports that are submitted quarterly to the agencies. This effort is to properly characterize and assess these overflow structures, map them, develop drawings, assess the weir elevations, assess the incomings and outgoing pipes so that we can accurately report overflow statistics and also properly convey dry weather flows. We're required to convey 1.5 times dry weather flow to the ALCOSAN regional conveyance system and the ALCOSAN treatment plant. So now in April, we shortlisted 3 firms to receive requests for proposals. For this procurement, we had 8 management staff score and rank the technical proposals. Based on this review, we were recommending that Gannett Fleming receive the procurement. This recommendation is based upon the fact that they had a good comprehension of the scope of services and they had good strength and depth of their team. So that's all.
Okay, do we have any questions from the committee?
No question
No
here.
questions.
Okay. Wait a
We
minute.
can hear you again.
Yes, we can.
I could hear you guys really clearly and I could see you and everything, but for whatever reason, it just, anyway, I'm here now. So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. This is approved as well. All right, we have no new business from what I can see, correct?
Correct.
All right, then thank you all for all the work that goes into putting this committee meeting together. And we will adjourn. Our next meeting is July 10th.
Thank you,
Have
committee.
a safe day, everyone, and blessed day.
All right.